everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing the Jaclyn Hill Vault, and I've got all of them here, but for today's video it's going to be the Armed and Gorgeous palette. These are the shades that you get in this palette. I think the whole vault was between £40 and £50. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but you're getting 4 palettes in them with 10 shades, so you're getting 40 eyeshadows, which is really good for your money, to be honest. I think each palette retails for about £15 singly, but yeah, I can't remember if the vault was 40 or 50. Either way, I can't really remember, but I'll leave the link to it down below if you do want to buy it. So this is the palette that I'm going to be using. I just want to show you up close the colours of it, so you can see here what this palette looks like. And I'm going to be doing a series on these looks, so I'll be doing each palette singly, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that on my channel, because I will be showing you each palette individually and my thoughts on it. So if you want to know how I created this look and what are my thoughts on the Jaclyn Hill Vault palette, then just keep on watching. So as you can see, I've already done the other eye, but I'm going to be starting with the shade Top Secret, which is this dark green shade down here, and I'm just taking that on like a small fluffy brush. I've already applied down a base, which is just the Maybelline 24-hour, what is it called? Maybelline Superstay 24-hour full coverage foundation. So I'm using that as my base, and why I'm using that end, I've set it down, not with the powder, I've just patted it in, and that's how I set it. So going in with the Top Secret shade, I'm just going to really load it up onto my brush. I'm using the mirror from the palette as well, and I'm going to place this above where my crease naturally folds, so just up here, and really just build up the pigmentation in that socket. And then, not taking any more additional product, I'm just going to lightly feather out the edges, and I've left this little gap here because we're going to fill that in with a different colour. This is what you'd call like a dump and blend technique. So you're dumping the colour in, really packing it on, and then you're going to really light-handedly, handedly? Is that even a word? With a light hand, let's just say it that way. You're just going to feather out the edges. I'm going to take my Morphe M4111, and it looks like this, and I'm going to go in with the colour Secure and Access. So Secure and Access, these two mixed together. And I'm going to go half on, half off, and really lightly blend this colour up. And I always start in the middle of the eye and then work down to the outsides of the eye, and then just really slowly bring it upwards. Then I'm going to take a really small detailed brush. This again was an eBay brush, but it's not a branded one, it was just from a set. I'm going to take the colour Prowl, which is this dark brown shade, so it's the darkest brown from the palette, and I'm just going to apply this right above where my crease line folds, and this is going to deepen up the green. Again, going in the same places where we first applied the green. Sorry, Top Secret. So I'm just dumping that in and doing small circular motions. Taking the other brush, going back in with Top Secret, and buffing them edges out. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the Maybelline Superstay foundation in the shade True Ivory, which is number 3. I like to use a brighter one because I feel like the colour payoff is so much more intense when the base is light. Taking that on my Bare Minerals Maximum Coverage concealer brush, and I'm going to cut the crease now. So my natural crease on this eye has like the fold here, and then it goes up slightly a little bit more. So I'm going to follow that. I'm going to take a small brush and go into the shade VIP, which is this nice frosted white. And I'm going to place this on the inner corner. Then I'm going to take Guilt Trip, which is this one here. And I'm going to pop that on the centre and just overlap VIP, just where they cross over. Then I'm going in with the colour Coin, which is like a really true gold. And I'm going to place that next to it in the same technique we did with Guilt Trip. These shades are really, really similar. Then on the end, I'm going to take Classified, which is this like deep crushed kind of gold with brown going through it. And I'm placing that on the outer corner here. And blending it outwards. So all I've done is I've just added some black liner, and I've brought the foundation down underneath to set as a base for our under eyes. And the gel liner I used was the Eye Studio Lasting Drama eyeliner by Maybelline, and it's in the black. And again with the Superstay foundation, just patted it underneath, and I haven't set it with a powder or anything. So now we are going to add Secure and Access, these two shades, and we're going to mix them together, and this is going to be our transition for our bottom under eyes. It's going to look a little bit weird at this moment in time. Then we're going to take Top Secret, which was that green shade, and we're going to focus that right near the eye. Then we're going to take the shade Prowl, which was the darkest brown. Then I'm just going to take a brush with no additional product on it and just blend these edges out. Now I'm taking the Olivia Bell white eyeliner. It's number 8. Just taking it on a Real Techniques flat brush, grabbing a little bit and then putting it on the back of my hand just to thin out the brush and the product. And then I'm gonna pop this onto my waterline. And then all I'm going to do is finish off with mascara, and I will come back with my thoughts about the palette. So I've just finished the rest of my makeup, and let's talk about the palette. So we all know that there's been so much hype around the Vault collection, and if you don't know, I'm just going to briefly tell you. So Jaclyn Hill and Morphe teamed up together to do their second round of a palette, because if you don't know, then Jaclyn Jaclyn Hill launched her first palette with Morphe, and it was an absolute crazy palette. Like, the pigmentation was amazing, and she actually created more shades than she could fit into the palette. So she brought out the Vault collection, which were shades that she couldn't cram into her old collection, and they sent them out to influencers first to get their reviews on them, and the formula was really bad. Something had gone wrong with the pressing stage, something along them lines, so they had to recall the launch back, push the date launch back as well, and they had to reformulate the eyeshadows, I'm guessing. Something along them lines. Jaclyn Hill's got a whole video on it, so if you go on her channel, you'll be able to find the video on there. So yeah, there was this whole kind of drama about the palettes, and people were getting bad batches. They were worried that the new formula or whatever, the new palettes that came out that were recalled back to be, you know, made to the formula that Jaclyn Hill performed last time in her palette, they were scared that they were going to buy into it and it was just going to be bad again. But honestly, like, I was scared because I was like, are people still receiving bad batches? Like, I've just bought this whole vault and now I'm worried. But if you do have one, which I don't think you would, because honestly they wouldn't send out loads of bad formulas. I mean, it's got Jaclyn Hill's name on it, and we all know that she is really, really good with eyeshadows, and her last palette was amazing. But I know that you can get them refunded and get another one, even if you have used it, because obviously you don't know until you tried it. But honestly, like, I had no faults when I was doing these eye looks. Like, nothing, not one fault. Like, they didn't go patchy, they didn't have massive fallout, they weren't not pigmented, I couldn't grab them with my brushes. Like, all the reviews I'd seen beforehand, they were bad. Like, some of them were really bad, but honestly I have had no faults with this eyeshadow palette. I mean, I've only tried this one, but I've got another 3 to try. But with the Armed and Gorgeous one, I can say that it's passed, because yeah, I love it. Like, I'd be totally honest, if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to create the look if I hadn't enjoyed it and the formulas weren't that good. But no, the colour payoff is really nice, they blend really nice. They do remind me of her old collection that she did, her first palette. But yeah, I actually really love this eyeshadow palette, and I'm definitely going to be using it again. So yeah, these are my honest thoughts of the palette, and I am really happy with it. I will be doing 3 more series of this, trying out the other 3 palettes. So give the video a massive thumbs up if you can't wait to watch that. And comment down below what you think if you've tried the palette. Have you had a bad experience with it, or has yours been fine? And also subscribe so you don't miss any videos from me. But I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
This could be us. So back to what I was saying.